Hey everybody, John here, and I hope that all of you are having a positive day. Um, I wanted to do a video about the unique situation in which I acquired my very first Amex card, which happens to be the American Express Gold Delta SkyMiles card. And it's an interesting story, and I just wanted to share the story with you. So going back to almost exactly a year ago now, um, I, I was looking at cards to get, and I really wanted the Delta uh, Gold card. At that time, it had an elevated offer of 75,000 Sky Miles um, for 3,000 and spend in 6 months. And so, I'm a Delta. I'm a Delta fan. I fly Delta. If it makes sense, I fly Delta. That is my preferred airline. So I really wanted a card. It was my going to be my first card into the traveling slash points and miles game. Um, Back then, I had my credit scores were all about 760 to 770, somewhere in there. Um, I had like two new cards in the last 2 years. Um, so I thought my chances were pretty good. So I went and applied for the card, and I was denied. And I thought, okay, interesting. Um, so I waited for the letter in the mail, and the letter in the mail said I had too many recent uh, cards opened. Not exactly that verbiage, but basically I had too many new cards. And I thought, well, that's really weird. I've had two cards total in 2 years, so I don't understand what the situation is. So I called the reconsideration line, and to be honest, it was a horrible experience. Um, I got transferred to someone who I really couldn't understand very well because of their heavy dialect. Um, I tried getting reconsidered. They kept telling me that the issue was my credit report, and my credit report needed to be fixed. And I'm like, well, they drew off of Experian. And I said, well, there's nothing wrong with my Experian report. Because I was looking at it, like the Experian report is correct. It's there's nothing wrong with it. There's no errors. We well, you need to fix the issue with them. You need to fix, and that's all I kept getting told is I needed to have them fix my report. And I'm like, there's nothing to fix. I have had two cards in 2 years. I don't understand. So out of frustration, I hung up. I'm like, okay, whatever. Um, and like a week and a half later, I tried applying again. Same thing. I thought, okay. Um, Still frustrated. Waited until I got the letter in the mail. Same thing. Too many new cards in a short period of time is what the reasoning was. I'm like, okay, I've only had two cards in 2 years, so I called them again. Exact same experience as the first time. Got a hold of someone that I could barely understand. The communication was poor. Again, they kept telling me I needed to get my Experian report fixed. Nothing to fix. It's correct. I mean, I'm like, I don't understand. Like, what is there to fix? What do you mean? They kept telling me I needed to get it fixed. I'm like, okay, there's nothing to fix here, so I don't understand. So I hung up frustrated. I was like, okay, screw this. I'm done. So out of frustration, partially, but also too, because I kept seeing it in my portal, um, I went ahead and applied for the Chase Sapphire Preferred card. Um, right after that, I applied for that card. 'Cause I had to. It was in my portal. Says you're pre-approved for the card. Da 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 da. It was for the base offer at the time, is 60,000 UR points. Um, I think it was for 4,000 to spend in 3 months, something like that. Um, and I applied for the card and got it. And I had plans for that card because I was I was going to book a trip using the Sapphire Preferred card um, for my trip to Iceland. I used the portal, actually, the Chase portal, to book my entire trip to Iceland. That's how I meant to spend on that card so quickly. Was I booked my trip on the Sapphire Preferred, which I was going to do on the SkyMiles card, but didn't happen. So this is this is like middle of February. A week later, I get an email from Delta for a targeted offer for the same gold Delta SkyMiles card. And so I thought I just applied for this twice. And so I'm a little bit angry. I'm opening up the email. I'm clicking on the link. The link takes me right to the Amex application page. And I'm sitting here talking to myself the entire time as I'm applying for it. I'm filling in my information. I'm like, why do you guys do this to me? You just denied me. Why are you throwing this in my face now after you've denied me 2 times? And, as I'm filling out my information for the application. And I'm like, I don't understand why you're going to reject me for the 3rd time. And I hit submit application. And I was approved. And I thought to myself, okay, this makes no sense whatsoever. I still don't know to this day, other than fast forwarding to where we are now, basically exactly a year later. I understand a little bit better, although I don't understand. But I know that's weirdness, but I thought to myself, why did I get rejected twice for a card? But yet with this email, I get approved for it. When you outright denied me and said I had too many new cards, 2 cards in 2 years is too many cards for us to approve you, but yet I get approved for the card with a targeted email, which completely blew my mind. And I still kind of don't understand to this day why that matters, but now seeing more recent experiences for myself where being a pop-up jail for a card and then getting a direct mailer in the mail and then getting the same card, it kind of makes a little bit more sense now, but it doesn't make sense. If that makes any sense. so anyway, so then I got the card. I just finished the sub on the Sapphire Preferred, and I got the Delta SkyMiles Gold card, which is the card I wanted in the first place. So yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share this kind of unique way of how I got the Delta SkyMiles Gold card. So I don't know if it helps anybody. If anybody found this story interesting, you're welcome. But anyway, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you hit like and subscribe. That definitely helps the channel out, as I'm a brand new creator. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate you giving me a few minutes of your valuable and precious time to watch my video. Thank you very much, and have an awesome day.